Hello, lovelies. How are you doing? Long time no see. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new, hello. How are you doing? My name is G. Welcome to Key to the Golden Life Tarot. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. This energy is crazy, y'all. That's why I'm having a hard time getting my intro out. I hope that these messages that I deliver today are finding you blessed and full of abundance, as always. Okay. It's a thick energy, y'all. I'm not even gonna play, so I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. If you're not into hearing some, you know, it's hating energy. I'm gonna be honest. It's hating energy. Cause I was saying my blessings and my prayers. Ooh, wait. I was saying my blessings and my prayers right before I hit play and record. Okay. And oh, my part of my prayers where I'm like, let these messages bring about the best and highest good for all. Like, it was so hard for me to get that out. Somebody doesn't want you to be great. Okay. Somebody doesn't want you to be great. Somebody doesn't want you to do well. Somebody compliment my shirt. I appreciate you. Thank you. Somebody they don't want you to be cute. They don't want you to feel good. They don't want you to be blessed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know that. And somebody's hating on you because somebody's receiving karma. Somebody here is receiving some karma. Somebody here sees that you're balanced, that you're blessed, that you're doing well. Here, I have an activation for y'all as well. Somebody needs to see this. There you go. Trow, trow. You know that, yeah, literally, that's it. Somebody wants you to be sad and miserable. Okay, and if you have been battling, maybe you've been battling the funk, maybe you've been battling some seasonal depression, maybe you've been battling just kind of a lull state. Okay, 2025 was not easy for anyone involved, I don't think. Okay, so yeah. Yeah. I see this heavy energy, and it's like, come back, come here. Like, and it is saying things like, oh, you think you can get away with me? Or like, away with me? Oh, you think you can get away from me? Oh, you think you can get away with this? It's that kind of energy. It's like this person is like, the audacity of you to think that you can live your own sovereign life, and that you're in charge of your own life, and that you deserve to walk through blessings, that you deserve to be great, that you deserve to have your own authority, that you deserve to be like, you. Yeah. Okay, I have the shirt, right? The shirt on where it's like, beam me up, this place sucks. Like, yeah, you might have been like, yo, get me out of here, this place sucks. And you're actually leaving. Some of you could actually be physically leaving. You could be leaving a job. You could be leaving a relationship. You could have been cutting off like friends, family members, things like that. And this is a person from your past, or this is a person or energy. Yuck. Yuck. This person's energy is really gross, you guys. I'm sorry that you had to deal with that, but I'm sure that you are a stronger and a more capable and understanding person on the other side of calling back your sovereignty, calling back your power, calling back, you know, calling back your rights. Yeah. Yeah. This person's just a hater. They're a hater through and through. 410 down on the clock. They're a hater. Something could be significant here about April. Somebody could have the name April. But yeah, they're. Oh, what did I tell you, Empress? You could be dealing with a mom. You could be a mom. But for the majority of you, I feel like this is a situation here where it's like, right? You're an Empress energy. You're nurturing. You're kind. You're growing, right? Like I said, they don't want to see you do well and be blessed. Like, this is your energy. This is your natural state of being, is this kind of calm, cool, relaxed, growth, abundance, understanding. nurturing, fair. There's something here about you being like a fair and just ruler, or a fair and just like, I feel like you're a natural leader, and this person really hates that too. People naturally respect you. People naturally feel the kind of like power and understanding. And that's the thing about it is that you have this very regal energy, but yet you're very humble, you're very understanding. You don't think that you're better than other people. You don't, like if you mess up, you kind of, you take accountability and you laugh it off, but you move on. But somebody here's got a hater at work. I can feel that. Yeah. You have this strength energy here. You really, really do. You have this innate strength and this innate just kind of knowing. This person doesn't like that. They don't like that you're so like, yeah. This person's fake though. Because they're probably like to your face, they're probably really nice. They probably smile and they're, oh hey, hey, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, I hope you're doing so well. No. I just heard if this is a person from your job, they could be trying to get you fired. Yeah. Yeah. This is the person that's like, oh, yes, you're so nice. You're so well. You're doing so well. And then, like, as soon as you walk out, like, they go to your boss and they're like, they don't ever do their job. They're always just standing around. They're always messing up. They don't know what they're doing. Yeah. It's that kind of energy. It's a very, like, fake energy. Lord. I'm giggling, I'm laughing like that because Spirit's got something up their sleeve. Um, as always, there is something that this person is doing that this person feels like they're trying to trick you or they're trying to sabotage you in some type of way. However, and I hate to say that you're dealing with this. Hold on just one second. This spirit is using this person. Spirit is using this person to accomplish something. Like, see how this person is trying to trick you in some type of way. They're trying to trick you, but the truth of the matter is that Spirit is using this person as some kind of vehicle to actually get you closer to some type of wish fulfillment. They're actually using them to get you closer to some place or a group of people. So say this is like a person that's trying to push you out of a friend group or push you out of a neighborhood or something like that. Say, okay, I'm getting a couple of scenarios here. I'm getting that this could, for some of you, this could be somebody that you work with that's trying to get you out of a department or off of a project that you guys could be working on together, or they could be trying to get you completely of out of a job. For some of you, I'm getting that this is like somebody where it's like that person that's like an HOA person or whatever, like the HOA president, and they're trying to push you out of a neighborhood, or they're trying to use what little power that they have to harass you or something like that, and they're like coming around with rulers measuring your grass or something like that, like super extra, like you can't put your garbage cans here. They have to be 8 feet from your mail or whatever, right? Um, Something like that. Or I'm also getting like this scenario where there's like like you're a member of some kind of club or a group, or like there's some kind of group that you go to, and there's somebody here that just doesn't like you, and you're like, I don't know what that person's problem is, and they're trying to exile you. They're trying to push you to the outskirts. They're trying to exile you. And I just keep Spirit saying there's something better. There's something better. So somebody here that's around you is trying to make you uncomfortable in the situation that you, in whatever group or wherever you are, okay? In a house, in a group, excuse me, around in a certain, I want to say in a certain building. Anyway, Spirit is trying to is using this person and using the way that they are being irritated by your light as, because the truth of the matter is that if you are actually doing a good job, if you're actually a good person, if you're actually doing the right thing, and this person has gathered the type of like flying monkeys, if you know that kind of term, where it's like how they can like gather up a group of people around you, how they can spread lies and these other people actually believe them, and they're actually like, yeah, actually they do that, yeah, actually I have seen them say that, blah blah blah. It's to let you know that this place is not the healthiest for you. And obviously I know that you can't just be like, oh, this person that's on the HOA doesn't like me, so I just need to move houses. I know, like, you can't do something like that, but there's something here about Spirit is using them. Yeah, Spirit is using them to return something to you. So here, let me get some more information on this, because I'm getting several scenarios here. Yeah. You have a brand new beginning coming for you. Something fresh. So if it is something like you're gonna move departments or move store locations or something like that, if you're going to get out of some kind of group or get out where you're just kind of like, this is full of drama, and that's what it feels like, because it's like y'all are a bunch of little kids throwing around your weight, filled with a bunch of drama, and I actually don't want to be here. It would be so much easier for me to just be like, this is not worth my time and my energy. And you have something new and fresh, and it has so much potential. A seed is being planted here. There's a reason that you feel uncomfortable. There's a reason people, this person is going around and, gathering up people against you. And Spirit is showing you that this place, exactly. Six of Swords, get out of there. This place isn't for you. And for some of you, you might be like, I don't want this person to win. I don't want this person to bully me out of this thing. Spirit is actually showing you that not all battles are worth your time and your energy. Not everything is worth your time and your energy. It's not. And there is something here about how, like, what this person wants to be like, no, I'm the king of the pile of crap. Like, okay, then be in the turds. If you want to rule over this pile of turds, you can have it. I'm sorry. But that's what it feels like. It feels like this person is like, no, I want to be in charge of the garbage pile. And it's like, okay, then have it. Okay, then have it. Because there is something here about how when you release this and you walk away from it and you walk towards things that are actually for you, you are really going to realize like how unhappy you were at that other place. You were going to realize how just like, wow, like people there were just so childish. They didn't do their job right, or actually like, Cause you're thinking like, how are you gonna like push me out? I'm the person that does the most work, or I'm the person that does all, and then this person wants to go around and spread lies about me and all this other stuff. Like, how are you gonna do that when I'm actually a very productive, good person who could be in charge here? But there's something here about like your talents would be wasted here. Don't waste yourself here. This is not worth your energy. It's not worth your fight. It's a battle that's not worth it. I remember like a while ago, I picked up on this type of energy where there was a masculine who had like a family member that was fighting them over an inheritance. And it's like, and I remember in that reading, it was this energy that like, walk away from this house, walk away from this money. Like, it comes with stipulations that are like a surprise, or like, like this person is fighting you for this house and fighting you for this house, and you're going to be like, fine, you have it, and you're going to walk away. And then it's going to turn out, that there's cracks in the foundation, that it's just going to be a money pit. And there was something like that where it's like, fine, you have it. have it. If you want to fight me that bad, if you want to tear apart our family, if you want to ruin our relationship, if you want to backstab me and do all this other stuff and go get a lawyer and sue, don't. There was something here about like how so many blessings would come pouring into you when you stopped pouring your energy into like this sinkhole. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like this group, like the reason they don't want you to be a leader is because they don't want a leader like you. They want a leader like this unfair person. This job, they don't want people who are fair and generous and understanding and actually get stuff. They don't want that. And I don't think you really actually want to work for or be in charge of, like, it would just be so much drama. And so Spirit is saying, like, go with the flow. Go with the flow of this. Knight of Cups. Yeah. Step into the flow of this and allow it. Like, allow it to shake out how it does. Yeah, let this come to an end. Ten of Swords. This battle has been long and hard enough. Like, it has been long and hard enough. Let it go. Yeah, exactly. Everything is just like, let it go. Go towards your brand new beginning. You're going to be like, if, come on. Death card. It's the end. The end of this cycle has come. You have a brand new beginning. You know the truth. You see the truth. Like, as soon as this ends, as soon as you walk away from this, this is a situation where you're helping and you're helping and you're helping and helping. And the second you say, you know what? No, I can't help. I can't help you anymore. I can't be there for you anymore. Or I can't do this anymore. I can't do that for you anymore. You can't do this. You won't pay this. You won't do that. Well, you're a piece of, and you're a this, and you're a that, and you're everything but a child of God, and you never were a really good friend, or you never really loved me. And it's like, what? That's like, this person or this group or whatever this is, it's gonna show its ugly face. Like, it's gonna show its true colors the second that you step into your sovereignty and your power, and you're like, actually, no. It's gonna show itself to you, and you're gonna be like, wow, I really was wasting myself, pouring myself into being there or supporting or giving money or giving a place to stay or staying, trying to fight. It's like, y'all really want to push me out when I was staying to fight for y'all's rights, or I was standing up for y'all. Like, I wasn't being difficult. I was trying to get us a pay raise, or I was trying to get that. But these people, they're not going to be grateful. They're not going to be, they're not grateful for everything that you've sacrificed for them. They're not respectful of your time or your energy. And the second that you're like, okay, you know what? I choose me. They're going to show you that you should have been choosing you from the beginning. They're going to show you that you should have been choosing you from the beginning, because it's just going to, exactly. It's going to pop off. It really, really is. And you might be hurt by it. Or you might have been hurt by it in the past, and you're just like, wow, like, I really was. I was sacrificing myself. I was laying myself over the coal. I was raking myself over the coals. Like, I was taking out loans. I was pushing myself to the limit. I have been there for you for years, doing all of this or doing this, and then it was for nothing. You're really sitting here telling me it was for nothing, because the second that I don't choose to put you over myself, over that I don't just lay myself out as the sacrifice, the second that I choose me, you're like, you're a piece of this and that, and you never were this, and you never did this, and you've always been that. It's like, what? Yeah, I hear somebody say, you've always thought you were better than me. It's like what? And the situation, and the thing about it is that you're better than this situation. You're not necessarily better than this person, but you're better than this situation. Like, you're better. You should love yourself more. And it feels like this person uses like, I'm a victim, poor pitiful me, I need your help, you need to step up, I can't do it. You know, this person looks at you and they see the Empress. They see the Empress and they're like, "Oh, I'm just going to milk this person for as long as I can. And the second that they say no, you know, I'm going to tell them about themselves. I'm going to tell them that they never were anything, that this is all they ever gave me, that they were all, you always hated me. You were always jealous of me. You were all, it's like, what? I've only ever tried to be a friend to you, or I've only ever tried to be there for you. I was like, you know how much I've given up? And it's just like, you know what? Cool. Like it's you know, and it's a situation again where you're just gonna be like, as soon as you are in this new place or with this new group or with this new relationship or with this new boss or with this new situation, it's just gonna pour all this abundance and all this love and all this like, yeah, this new thing, this new place, whatever it is, it's actually going to stand up for you. And it's actually going to protect you. And it's actually going to put you first. But as soon as you step into this energy, you step into alignment with this energy. With this energy coming. When you step up with the actually, I'm important. Actually, my time, my space, my energy, my money, my life, my goals, my destiny, me following my dreams, they don't deserve to get put on the back burner for you. Especially not for a person that the second that I say, actually, you know, like me, I'm important too, they're like, you're nothing. It's like, oh, okay. Like, wow, okay. And again, if you give, there's this kind of, but it's like this person takes advantage of that whole like, you know, if you truly are going to give without the expectation of return. This is the type of person that takes advantage of that sort of type thing where it's like, yes, you always give to me. I never give to you. And the second that you say something about me never giving to you or it not being an equal exchange, it's, oh, well, you should have never gave to me, or you should have never cared about me, or you should have never done that. Oh, well, you're actually a selfish person because you're calling me selfish. Actually, you're the selfish one. Actually, you're the jealous one. Actually, you're the, well, what about this? And what about you doing? It's like, what? This person is just saying stuff, just doing stuff to not take accountability. And if it's a person that wants to take your position or take away your position, they don't have another person that can do it the way that you do it. And that's what they're like. This, as soon as you leave, as soon as you're like, you know what, I'm out of here. You know what, I am. I'm changing departments. I'm doing this. As soon as they push you out, people are gonna realize, okay, well, are you gonna step up and do what this person did? No. Wait, what? The second, if and it's like a group, like the second that you leave, your lack of presence is immediately felt, and everybody is just like, but why? Like, if you weren't gonna step up and you weren't gonna do the same thing that that person did, why did you get rid of them? If you couldn't do their job, why did you insist that we got rid of them? Why did you insist that you could? Because you can't. If you weren't, because again, this is not that type of person that is going to fulfill that give, show up the way that you did. They're not going to do that. But that's not your problem anymore. Once you leave, that's not your problem anymore. Exactly. Jump in your chariot and go. And I think all of this happened to show you were being a people pleaser. You were giving too much. This wasn't an equal give and take situation. This person was looking at you as the empress and they were taking advantage of you. They were taking advantage of your your kindness, your vulnerability, your openness. This group, this situation, it was taking advantage of you, and it you know, and it was a situation like that where it's like, you're too good for this because whoever this is or whatever this is, they don't appreciate you. They don't appreciate you. They don't care about you. They don't want to also give to you. They just want to be like a parasite energy. Like they just want to just take and take and take and take and take from you. And the second, and they feel entitled to it. But this isn't the type of person or the type, this is energy. You can't call it out and be like, but this isn't fair. What about you giving to me? I mean, give to you. Well, yeah, like I've given a lot to you. So I owe you now, and you're okay. That's what it feels like. And it just feels like it will just be round and round and round in circles with this energy. It's never going to be anything different than that, because yeah, that just is where this energy is. That's their function in this whole situation. If you want to pull way back and see like the divine plan and all of this, that's their role, that's their function in this, is to mirror to you that you are giving too much and that you are actually the one trapping yourself in this Three of Swords situation. We've all been there. We've all been there in a situation where we're giving too much and we're showing up too much and we're giving too much of ourselves and we're trying and we're trying and we're trying and there's potential and we're fighting and we're fighting and we're fighting and we're fighting a losing battle. And our ego is like, I don't want to lose, or I don't, that's not right, or it's not fair. I deserve justice. I deserve. So you stay in a situation. But the truth of the matter is, your justice comes when you leave this situation, when you stop giving energy, when you stop talking to this person, when you pull away from this person, when you stop trying to run around and defend yourself and say, no, that's not what happened. And no, that's not what I said. And no, oh, this person is talking about how I don't work well. I'm just going to work harder. And then you have a boss that's like, well, I'm getting a harder worker out of it. This person knows. Your higher ups, they know that this person's lying on you, or they see your productivity, they see what you do, they see how much you show up for them. Or if this is a group of people, they see that you're always the one that's volunteering to cook. You're always the one that's volunteering. Oh yeah, I'll come pick that person up and I'll call that person and I'll call this person and I'll do that. And oh, you need this. Yeah, I'll be that person. I volunteer for this. I volunteer for that. And I'll go here. And oh, that person needs that. And oh, this person is sick. I'll step up and do their job. Oh, they're sick. Well, I'm going to go and I'm going to fix them food and I'm going to take it to them. And then on top of that, I'm going to step in and I'm going to do my job and their job. Everybody can see that you're that person. Right? Everybody can see that you're that person. But the second this other person comes through and is like, actually, I don't like this person. Actually, isn't this person a know-it-all? Actually, isn't this person, don't they just get on your nerves? Everybody was like, yeah, they do get on my nerves. And it's like, what? Okay. Then I'll back off. And you should. You should back off. You should back off. You should stop giving. You should stop especially stop over giving, period. But also especially stop giving so much to people like this that don't even deserve it. I hate to say deserve it, but you know what I mean when I say that, right? Like, everybody deserves help, but it's like a situation where it's like, of course, well, yeah, of course I'm going to let you give to me. Of course I'm going to overtake from you. If you're just sitting here trying to throw it in my face, of course I'll take it. Of course I'll use you. Of course I'll take advantage of you. And then, of course, as soon as you're like, you're taking advantage of me, it's like, yeah, of course I'm taking advantage of you. This is your fault. And that's exactly why Spirit's like, get out of this situation. Don't just get out of this situation, but also reflect on why. Because if you don't spend the time self-reflecting, if you don't spend the time healing your people-pleasing ways, if you don't spend the time looking inward and asking, why did I give so much? Why do I run around? Why am I, no offense when I say this, but you know what? Why am I so thirsty for their affection or for their attention? People, like, we got to be honest, right? People pleasing, over giving, it's a form of manipulation because you want to be loved, you want to be liked, you want to be, and maybe you had an overtaker, a person who was just taking and taking and taking, and they trained you to be that way, maybe somebody maybe somebody tried to teach you or trained you or conditioned you to think that you were useless or you were nothing or you were worthless if you weren't giving everything that you had to give to everyone else around you. You should always be giving, always be giving, always be giving, and never expecting anything from anybody else. And then when you give and give and give until you're at rock bottom, and then you're like, I can't do this anymore. And then everybody's like, you're got issues. Something like that. Like, this whole situation happened here because Spirit wants you to not only, one, see and recognize that that this type of group that you're trying to be in, that's the way these people are. Okay. And two, what does it say about what you need to heal inside of yourself, that you attracted this type of group and that you were trying to, you know, put yourself in there, right? It tells you that you have that these people pleasing ways, that you have, you know, this acceptance wound or this rejection wound or this abandonment wound or something like that, that you need to go. And that's, we've talked about that plenty on the channel here, right? We've talked about that plenty on the channel. So why is this coming up right now, Spirit? Thank you. The moon. Okay, one, this moon has got several messages. One, be aware of your feelings. Yeah. King of Cups on the back of the deck. Be aware of your feelings. Be aware of, if you have anger towards this, it's because your emotions are trying to tell you, like, hey, something unfair is happening here. Hey, you're not showing up in like true love and true respect for yourself. Hey, you know, there's a reason that you feel worn out, that you feel drained, that you feel tired. It's because someone is taking advantage of you. Somebody is taking from you. But also, you know, there's illusions here about yourself. You are waiting and waiting and waiting for somebody to give something back to you. And I feel like what you're looking for, these people can't give you. What you're actually really looking for, you're not going to find it here. This is not how you're going to actually get the love or the acceptance or the understanding or the place. Because that's what it feels like. Yeah. Eight of Swords. Like, this is something that you don't, that in the past, I feel like these blindfolds are being taken off of you. Right? And I do think, we've talked about this too, I think that you have been conditioned to, I think you've been gaslit a lot. Okay? And I think that you have been taught, you know, like, this is the scenario, right? Somebody does something that makes you feel a certain type of way. Somebody lies or cheats or steals or takes advantage of you. And then you go to this person, or you say you have that feeling of hurt, that feeling of anger, that feeling of this isn't right. And you go to that person, and you have had, or you go to that person, or you go to that group, or you go to that thing, to the situation, and you're like, this situation is wrong. I feel like this. I feel like that. Well, that's your fault. Well, you shouldn't have gave so much. Well, you know, it's yeah. It's this energy of self-betrayal. And that, I'm going to be honest with you, that's what this really is. It's this energy of self-betrayal. It's this energy of, this person, don't get me wrong, these people, right? Whoever did this to you, they are responsible for their actions. But their actions on a spiritual level, on a higher metaphysical level, they are a reflection of your own self-abandonment. Because you have been taught to abandon yourself. You have been taught that how you show love, how you show affection, how you show attention, how you show friendship, how you show loyalty is self-abandonment. How you deal with stress or how you deal with a situation is to put yourself on the back burner. Okay, you and yourself, you're a pot, an empty pot sitting on a stove that's in the junkyard down the street that hasn't worked in 30 years. That's the type of, me and my needs and who I am are way on the back burner. And you have these feelings and these emotions rising up saying, this isn't fair, this isn't right, I'm angry, I'm resentful, you know. And it's because people are always taking advantage of the fact that you will put yourself on the back burner. And the truth that Spirit wants you to understand is that there will always be people out there that will take advantage of you if you allow them to. If you are the type of person who tends to self-abandon yourself, you are going to attract a lot of takers, and you are going to fill your surroundings up with people who love to take, who love to take advantage of your self-abandonment. You will attract in jobs where you have bosses, where you're working for companies that expect you to give and give and give and give, and they barely ever give to you. You will attract friends, you will stay around family members who expect that from you. You will attract relationships to people who are attracted to self-abandoners. And I'm not saying that all of the people that'll be around you are that way, but you will have a tendency to tolerate people who expect you to self-abandon, who will take advantage of the fact that you'll put yourself on the back burner. And you'll create an environment of people that are used to you not being the priority. And then when it becomes too much, when the burden becomes too heavy, you're going to explode, or you're going to have an issue. And then you're going to go to people that are just like, I mean, this is how it always is. Why are you mad about this? And you're going to feel even further abandoned. And I'm not here to tell you, oh, it's all your fault. That's not what I'm saying. But on our road to recovery, on our road to healing, we have to take accountability for our own choices and for our own actions. And when it comes to things like friends, families, jobs, the places that we choose to stay, the people that we choose to stay around, that is our responsibility. It is our responsibility to show up for ourselves and say, no, I don't tolerate having people around me. I don't deal with people who expect me to self-abandon. I don't deal with narcissists. I don't deal with selfish people. I don't deal with people who expect me to always be on the back burner. I don't deal with that. I don't accept that. And I'm not going to sit around expecting everyone around me to change. I'm going to change. And I'm going to change the environment that I am. And I'm going to change people. I'm going to let go of people who expect me to always self-sacrifice. And there will be some people along your healing journey who will be like, oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know why I expected that from you. Of course. And they will respect your boundaries. And they will respect this new version of you. And there will be some people that will show their true selves, that will show the fact that they really only really fucked with you because they really only were friends with you because you were a self-abandoner. And the second that you stop abandoning yourself is the second that jealousy or envy or resentment or, well, why are you challenging the status quo? Why are you changing? Why are you brand new? Why are you expecting me to be somebody different? You're going to receive that pushback, and Spirit wants you to hold strong. Hold strong. And if somebody pushes back, let them go. Walk away. Because some people come into our lives and they will always be that. They will always be that person showing us what we need to let go of within ourselves. Because that, on a cosmic level, on a divine plan level, that's the role that they play in our life. They are these mirrors showing us, hey, this is actually, this is something you need to heal within yourself. Because you can let go of that person, but if you don't address this within yourself, you will be attracted to another person that is just like them. You will be attracted to another job that is just like it. You will be attracted because you will be so used to it. You will be so conditioned to just accept less than you deserve, less than your worth. You will accept a condition that expects you to be this, to be like the giving, nurturing side of this, but not the part of this that actually grows for yourself, not the part of this that stands in your power, not the part of this that knows your sovereignty, that knows your worth, that has standards, that says, no, I won't be okay with that. No, I won't accept that. No, that's not okay. No, you're not a loss. Walk out of my life then. Goodbye. And you will have some people in your life that try to check that. They try to be like, oh, you think you're an empress now? Are you really an empress? Let them know. And when they try to check you, let them know. Yeah, I'm really about that. And I know when you've lived a lifetime of not seeing yourself as this, of being this, but not seeing yourself as this, because you have surrounded yourself with people who reflect back your insecurities and your feelings of lack to you. When you have surrounded yourself with distorted mirrors that only show you your shadow, that only show you, I don't want to say the worst parts of you, but like that only show your insecurities, that only show that part of you, but don't want to reflect back your power. It's because you don't see it yourself. When you walk forward in self-respect, when you have self-respect, you will get respect. Because the truth of the matter is, not everyone is going to give you the respect that you deserve. But when you respect yourself, you don't accept people who don't respect you. You walk away. You don't compromise. You don't say, I expect this, and they go, well, I'll give you that. Well, okay. I needed this, but you're only willing to give me that. So, okay, I'll accept this. No. People that know that they expect this say, I expect this. And somebody says, well, I'll give you that. And somebody says, well, I expect this. So bye. I'm going to walk away from that situation. Because I don't find it acceptable. I don't find it acceptable that you expect me to give and give and give and get nothing in return. That's not how this works. And so Spirit is telling you here, stop waiting for other people to give you the justice that you deserve and give it to your damn self. Give it to yourself. Because all that we can control is ourselves. We can't control the way other people react to us. We can't control the way that people, what they say to us, what they do to us. All we can control is whether or not we stay there. That's it. And I feel like a lot of you have been pouring so much of your energy into, no, you will respect me. No, you will change the way that you act towards me. That's not what boundaries really are. Your boundaries are not about controlling other people. They're about saying, like, I'm okay with this. If you want to cross those lines, then I'm not okay with you. And I'm not expecting you to change. I'll give you a chance. I'll let you know, hey, that's crossing my boundary. But if that doesn't come with changed behavior, then I'm walking away. Then I'm pulling my energy back because I love and respect and accept myself. And I know what I'm worth. And I know that I'm worth more than dealing with a person that treats me like this. And that's a hard transition. It's a hard transition from going to kind of like like I'm other people's victim. I'm at the whim of how other people want to treat me. I can't control the way that other people want to treat me. No, you can't. But you can control yourself. You can control what you give your energy to. You can control what friends you keep, the company that you keep around you, the things that you pour your energy into, the places that you stay, the businesses that you give, that you patronize. Call back your power and walk forth with a power of authority. Don't try to put that authority on other people. Put it on yourself. You don't like what somebody's saying. You don't like the way they're carrying themselves. Pull yourself back. Pull yourselves back. Don't put your energy into it. Don't subscribe to them. Don't watch their videos. Don't like shit. Just pull yourself back. You don't like the way your boss is treating you? Get a different job. It might, and you might not be able to get a different job right now, but you can do something every single day until you can. You can start saying, you know, I gotta get out of this job. So I'm gonna start saving money. I'm gonna start putting money back because I know I'm gonna have to go a time period where I'm not gonna get a paycheck. You know, I'm gonna have to transition. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna dust off my resume. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna start putting myself out there. I'm gonna spend a couple of, I'm gonna spend some off days doing interviews, doing what I need to do, and leaving. I'm gonna step into my masculine energy and do what I need to do. I'm gonna make some moves. And when you have been trained or conditioned your whole life to just tolerate being taken advantage of, it can be hard to create those new neural pathways in your brain. It can be hard to undo that conditioning. Well, first you have to become aware of it. And then you have to go through, the pain of it. You have to go through the recognition of it. You have to face it, Then you have to put it in its place. Then you have to call back your power. Realize that you are powerful. Realize that you do have sovereignty over yourself, and then teach yourself how to walk in that sovereignty. And you're not going to be perfect, and sometimes you're going to slide back, and sometimes you're going to hold your tongue when you should speak. But you're worth it. You're worth figuring it out. You're worth, the awkward phase of the awkward growth phase. You're worth that. It's worth the freedom and the understanding and the self-love and the self-governance that you will have on the other side of it. It's worth it. It does suck to face this pain. It does. But it's worth it to get to the other side and to have that. So whoever this person is, and this is a hard lesson and it hurt. It is a lesson. It is a lesson to pull your energy back. To stop giving away your power to other people. To stop wanting to be liked or wanting to be accepted more than you love yourself. Okay? And I know that's hard to hear. But every recovering people pleaser, every person that is having to undo their conditioning, especially if you have like I almost said neurological damage. Oh yeah. Or if you're recovering from some kind of narcissistic trauma or narcissistic conditioning. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. But it's worth it. It's worth it to show up to yourself, to be a partner to yourself. It's worth it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially if you have people here. I know you guys can hear it. Especially if you have had people here that want to take your voice away. They want to tell you that you don't have the right. They want to tell you that you can't overcome this. Yeah. Some of y'all got some real dark forces out there that really, ooh, they hate to see it. They hate to see you know your worth and know your power. Ooh, they hate to see it. They really, really do. They can't stand the thought of you standing in your power, getting your justice, getting what you deserve, standing in your own sovereignty. Oh, it just makes them sick. Be sick then. Be sick then. Ooh, Lord. Ooh, they jealous. They so jealous and so it's crazy. Ooh, it's so crazy. Mm, mm. Oh, it is. But you do. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to grow that backbone, and you need to say no. Enough is enough. No. Yeah. Like, no, I won't quit. No, I won't be silent. No. Again, is that energy of, oh, you think you're gonna get away from me? You think you can just jump in your little chariot and you're just, I'm sorry. I got this person, like, they're such a joke. They are such a joke. It's crazy. Cause the entitlement to keep a good one down, the jealousy and the envy and the it eats them up. And that's the thing. It really eats them up. This could be somebody from your childhood. This could be somebody that, for some of y'all, I heard like this is somebody that you, from your old neighborhood. I don't know, but it's giving me kind of like a person that you grew up with, or a person that you've known for a very long time since you were younger, an old family friend, something like that. Because it's the Six of Cups. It could be a family member or somebody that's close, like family. Somebody that's seen you grow grow out of a situation. Cause see how these two fairies are like underground? And it's giving me this situation like you and this person came from like you both had the same potential. And it's giving me the situation here like you are actually growing. Like you're growing out from the seed, right? Both of y'all were the seed, but you're actually growing and you're breaking the surface, and you're flowering and you're growing and you're in the sunlight. And this is somebody that's still in the dark. That's still buried. They still in the mud. Like you got it out, that saying, you got it out the mud. You are blooming and breaking the surface and growing and expanding. And they are looking at you like, how dare you? How dare you leave me behind? How dare you forget where you came from? And it's like, I didn't. I just didn't let where I come from like hold me back and stop me. Like like you could do it too. You could put in the work too. You could grow out of this situation too. You could self-reflect and learn your lessons and let go of all that fear and anger and jealousy and resentment, and you could be doing it too. You could be flowering too. But instead this person is still I'm sorry. Instead of this person is still here. This person could have roaches in their house. I was just like, I was kept getting that message, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know. This person could call people roaches, or they could, I don't know, they could have called you a roach. I don't know. They could have said you were nasty, or your house was nasty, or I don't know. There's something about that where it's like this person is just like, but they down here in the mud with the worms. But the worms here is like potential. Like y'all both have the same potential. Y'all both have the same potential. Y'all both could be doing the same thing. This person could be an empress just as much as you could. And again, that's what it's giving me. It's giving me the sensation that like you put down roots and you grew out, and here you are, this empress that's growing, that's blooming, that's fruiting, that's doing all this, and this person is still down there being like, how dare you? How dare you be above me? How dare you think you're better than me? And it's just like, what? I that's what it gives me. It gives me like running into a person that you like grew up with or something like that, and they're like, oh, you think you're so much better than me? You think because you got out of the hood, or because you got out, or you got some money, or you lost weight, or you're doing this and you're doing that, you think you're so much better than me? Meanwhile, you're over here like, oh, I hope this person is really doing well, I hope they're flourishing, I hope they're, you know. Yeah, you're meant to be like a beacon, like an inspiration. Like you're meant to be, like you're meant to teach this person, like you are an example of, you can do it too. Me and you, we came from the same place, we came through the same struggle, you could do it too. But instead of that, this person is envious and they're jealous and they want to tear you down. Yeah, this person could be in the sun just as much as you, but they choose not to, and that's what they don't see. They're stuck in this victim mentality. They can walk away from it just like you did, but they can't see that. It's like, like their perspective keeps them from seeing the path. It keeps them from seeing like you could do it too. You could do the same thing. You can gain your independence. You could be doing the same thing I am. You could be learning your lessons just like I am. But you know what, it's giving me like crabs in a bucket. That's what it's giving me. It's giving me no, like no, you're not allowed to get away. No, you're not allowed to grow. No, you're not allowed. You got to stay down in the muck, in the mud with the rest of us. It's like, no. And you know how I was saying like how, like when a flower blooms or whatever, like the roots, this person could be attacking your root chakra, or this could be some type of energy here. There's something here about your roots, like your blood, your roots, like your foundation. But it's giving me how, like, like you broke the surface, but this person is still down here with your roots. Like your roots are still down here, and this person is still here too. So there's some kind of connection here. And again, what it's also giving me too is, okay, I got it. Thank you, Spirit. What I'm getting here is that your roots, your foundation, you having this acceptance wound, this abandonment wound, whatever it is giving a hook for this person. It's a doorway, right? You having this wound in your root, you having this root wound is a doorway for this person to attack you. This person is still stuck mirroring back. No, you're just like me. You're just as down as I am. You're just as wounded as I am. That's what's going on here with this person. This person is marrying back to you that, address this root wound. But it's also you are just as much of a mirror to this person, where it's like, no, you address your root wound. You address your root wound. You heal. You stop being a victim. You stop taking advantage of other people. You stop doing this. Like y'all are marrying that back and forth to each other. This is it's a really big like karmic marrying energy for me. The Magician. Yeah. The Fool. Yeah. Spirit said, just address this wound. Heal it. Know your worth. And understand the distortion this person is. the energy that they cast out towards you, the all the issue, all the projection, all the attack, like whatever this person is saying or they're doing, that, understand that that's what that is. That that's just what that is that this person is a distorted mirror, distorting back and trying to just reflect back your insecurities and being like, no, that's who you are. That's who you are. Because that's how this person or this energy, that's how they identify themselves. They identify themselves as all of their pain, as all of their sorrow, as all of their wounding. They're like, that's who I am. I am this wounded person. I am this victim. I am this person who has been victimized. I am this person who has been persecuted. That's who I am. And I think, actually, I know that you are in the process of understanding. I don't have to identify as that. That is something that I went through. That is something that I dealt with, but that doesn't have to be who I am. It doesn't have to define my whole self as who I am. And that's the big difference. That's why you're growing. You're growing because you're realizing I don't have to identify as this hurt, wounded person anymore. And it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. And it doesn't, but there's something here about how this person wants to say, like, your healing is fake. Like, you're fake. Your happiness is fake. Your healing is fake. Because they're not working on themselves, or whatever they're doing, whatever healing that they are doing isn't working the same way, or they're not on the same timeline. Their healing isn't on the same timeline, or it looks different, or it feels different than yours. And so they want to try to say, like, no, I still feel so hurt. You have to feel that way too. No, I'm a victim and you're a victim too. You're not powerful. You're not sovereign. You're not this. You're not that. You're a victim just like me. You're broken just like me. You're wounded just like me. It's because when this person looks at you, all they see is their own. Again, like I said, you are this twisted mirror for this person too, because this person doesn't want to see the healing. They don't want to see that. They don't want to be that. 222 could be really important because it was 12:22 on the real time clock, and then it was 1222 down on the clock when I looked. Again, it's that Two of Cups kind of energy. It's this mirroring energy. It's this kind of like karmic mirroring energy. Spirit just wants you to just keep going. Keep detaching from this person and from whatever label or whatever that they're trying to project onto you, that they're trying to label you as. This person would rather look at you and attack you and label you and pick you apart and say, well, no, you can't be so spiritual, or you can't be this because I know you did this, or you said that, or you did this in the past, or you said this, or you still deal with that, so you're not as healed as you think you like. Yeah, this person's definition of healing, this person's definition of growth, this person's definition of, you know, how they self-identify themselves, it does not have to, you do not have to match that. You can break that mirror, and you can realize that you don't have to feel that way about yourself. And I think you're already doing that, so just keep doing that. Keep knowing that oh my God, they're just projecting all of that so strongly onto you, like it's whew. But Spirit's like, they get it. They get it, but like, you have, yeah, you can't save them. That's what I want to say. You can't save this person. They have to save themselves. There's not enough self-sacrifice that you will be able to sacrifice, or waiting around, or any of that stuff that will ever assist them or help them. It won't. And your intuition is telling you that, your higher self is telling you that. You know that you have a doorway, that you have a gateway, that you have. Make that leap. Make that leap. And if this person chooses, they will, their gateway will open up for them when they do the work. Make this timeline jump. Make this leap. Whew. Jeez Louise. Some of you might need to have, if you're still here, some of you might need to do like an uncrossing. Some of you might need to do like an untethering. Some of you need to do cord cutting. Some of you need to make sure that you are keeping up with your spiritual hygiene, that you are cleaning yourself, cleaning your environment, that you are taking your spiritual baths, like in your soaks, however you do it. Make sure you're keeping up with your spiritual hygiene, because that is really going to help you. This kind of feeling of heaviness, spirit is saying like this heaviness and this attachment and this, like, this person coming and coming and coming, like that is going to help with that heaviness that keeps you like stagnant, or this heaviness that keeps you feeling like you want to wait, or makes you feel like you're responsible for this person, or whatever it is this person is, like, you're responsible, this is your fault, like that kind of energy. If you feel that weight and that heaviness and that drain on your energy from this situation, or from that person, or from that wound, okay, this person is tapping into that wound, and that's keeping you, and this person's kind of draining energy, siphoning energy from that wound. Keep up with your spiritual hygiene. That's going to help ease it. Also, move your body, move energy through your body, journal, keep up with all your spiritual upkeep, like getting into like a regular routine, praying, meditating, lighting candles, spell casting, you know, going for walks, going for jogs, going to the gym, working it out, sweating it out in the sauna, whatever that looks like to you, that regiment, keep up with it. If you keep up with that, if you set that regiment and you keep up with it and you discipline yourself, just doing that, showing up, self-loving, self-caring for yourself in that type of way, in that masculine type of way of showing up, of having that discipline and that self-care, and saying like, once, twice a week, I take a spiritual bath. That's what I do. I do this, I do this, I do this, and I don't skip it. I don't miss it. I make time for it. I do that. That is going to help tremendously. Spirit is saying that is going to help tremendously on weakening this tide, on weakening this energy. Is there anything else, Spirit? Ooh, that was crazy. For some of you, if you're worrying about this and I think it was an ancestor message that said this, so I'm just gonna pass along the message. If this person is casting against that, like, you have an ancestor or you have a spirit guide here that's saying this person is casting against you, they're gonna cast themselves into an early grave. And it's a situation here where it's like this person is so stressed. It's like that situation where people who are always stressed, always angry, always this, like, that drains your energy. It drains your energy to be mean and judgmental and jealous and envious. It eats you up from the inside out. This person has already cut off a lot of prosperity that could have been theirs later on in life. They've already cut themselves out of a lot, and it just keeps shaving off and shaving off and shaving off. The more they keep fixating on you and not transmuting their own energy, it's just shaving that away from them, shaving it away, shaving it away, shaving it away. So just let them create their own, let them dig their own hole, let them create their own issues, because that's what this person is doing. Worry about you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off because that's what I have. But if any of you have really been if you've been really feeling that energy heavy, if you've been really struggling with that, because I feel it. I feel like, ooh, like the heaviness, like that heavy weight kind of feeling. Yeah. Spirit is saying that's what you need to do. The moon. Okay. Greater understanding. Once we become familiar with what terrifies us, we can integrate it into our life. If this card of prophecy and dreams unfolding into reality. So this is about the moon. If some of you have been, if some of you have been dealing with some type of issues around your dream space or your sleep, okay? Spirit is saying don't worry as much about this person. Worry more about addressing some kind of repressed feelings within yourself. Address those. Again, it's this energy of we can't change how other people choose what they choose to do, but what we can change is ourselves and what we tolerate within ourselves. So that's what Spirit is saying. If you've been having trouble in that type of area, Spirit is saying there is some type of repressed emotions or repressed subconscious issues within yourself, and how you might feel uncomfortable with your own power or with your own magic, or you might have been struggling with being unable to integrate like a duality within yourself, accept a shadow within yourself, accept anger within yourself, accept power within yourself. There is something here about how this person is a reflection of that struggle to accept your own power, to accept your own duality of the person that you represent, right? Being a spiritual person isn't about being, of the light all the time. It's about being in duality, accepting yourself in the fact that, yeah, you have gone through hardships. Yeah, you have made questionable decisions. Yeah, you have done things that took you out of your power in the past. But that does not mean that you have to continue to be that now. That does not mean that you are always defined by your mistakes of the past, or you're always defined by what you went through in the past. That's not what that means. And so Spirit is saying here that whatever the situation with this person, again, like they're saying this is a representation of some type of way that subconsciously you might still be identifying yourself as some type of victim. Like if you feel like you are a victim of this person and them projecting onto you, or them attacking you, or they're doing this, again, address your own wounds. Don't address this person, address your own wounds. And the more you address your own wounds and you heal yourself and you show up for yourself and you make the right choices for yourself and you make the strong choice for yourself, the strong choice for yourself isn't always fighting the enemy outside of yourself. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is turn inward and discuss and make peace with the enemy within. Because when you make peace with that enemy within, with that part of you that feels like there's an enemy within you, there won't be that tendency to fight enemies outside of you, or to attract this kind of fight energy or this attack energy. And again, I'm not blaming you. I'm not saying, oh, everything's your fault. Again, it's just because there is a serious lack of accountability that this person chooses not to take in their life. And Spirit is saying, answer that with showing up for yourself and taking accountability for yourself. And the more you do that, the more your frequency will not match with this person. The more you show up, the more accountability you take, the more honest you are with yourself, the more you accept yourself and love yourself, you know, the less you identify as a victim, the less this person has this place, you know, or has this energy to come towards you. And eventually they'll be over there, pop, 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 whatever, who cares? I don't, it will lose its power to affect you. All right. That's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for dealing with all of the kind of stops and starts and the and the just kind of weird energy that was here. I appreciate you guys ever so much. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you to your spirits, angels, guides, ancestors for showing up here for you today. Thank you to my angel spirits, guardians, ancestors, masters, and guides for being here with me, for protecting me as always, and for helping me to channel this message. I hope it gave you the love, light, or clarity that you were looking for in this situation. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know how you're dealing with stuff. How are you feeling in this new year? How, you know, are you happy that 2025 is gone? Because I am. And yeah, let me know how you're feeling. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you lovelies in the next one, okay? Bye.